Hey, how's it going everyone? I'm Farrell SC, and welcome back to our single-player series in ARK Survival Evolved. So, in the last episode, we kind of traveled all around Valguero on the back of the Bloodstalker, and we checked out about 15 to, I think it was about 18 or 19 different possible base locations. And then basically it was up to you guys to basically vote and see where we're actually going to build. Now, I did start getting comments. Unfortunately, the comments came in a little bit late just because I was already starting to build the new base and everything like that. Don't worry, though. This map's pretty big where we will have a few different base locations, which we will go over which one was commented on later in the video. But I do want to give you a quick little base tour. We are currently at... let's see here. We're currently at base 14, so if you remember, I know there were a decent amount in the video that we went over. Base 14 was right underneath where the, where that, like, castle is. So, basically, I've done a little bit of work. It's not finalized or anything yet, but I've kind of guarded up the front door. I was going to put the gate here, but I got to get rid of that and figure it out. But basically, I've done a little bit of work so far. I pretty much just made this. The base will be inside of this. Interesting kind of design and whatnot, but I'm pretty excited for this one, honestly. So right next to the waterfall too, I kind of wanted to have the base on this level, and then once you get up a little bit higher, we'll put some more stuff up here. So the more stuff up here will be like, we'll end up putting the breeding areas up here. We'll also put just dino storage up here. The greenhouse will probably be up here. Maybe the greenhouse will be down there actually with us. I'll figure it out. I'm not exactly sure. But what I actually want to do today is I've done a decent amount. I mean, surprisingly, that design looks really cool from up here. I do need to change, as you can see, I do need to change some of the like the square foundations. I need to change. I don't know. I kind of like the design from here where you do get the two different kind of tones. I'll figure that out. Maybe I will change that to... what's the setting? Let's see. Switch to block, so it'll change it to basically mimic this. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that yet or not, because up above, that actually looks kind of interesting design-wise. But, base is not really going to be done... Oh, God. Okay, yeah, that's a big issue. So, that was the one reason why I wasn't sure if I really should build here or not, but for some reason, you kind of glitch out and you end up way up higher on the hill, then... Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know what's going on. Well, speaking of which, I can show you the other... Never mind, can't show you the other entrance, because it's not over here. Okay, let's go back to the main entrance and do this again. Alright, round 2, so main entrance. Base is going to be here. I'm probably not going to build in this entire thing. I'll probably just build in the middle of it, and then the outside of it could be like where we put the grill, where we put maybe an industrial forge, where we put the greenhouse possibly, because we do have water right here. I may do the green... I think I might do the greenhouse up above a little bit. Yeah, I do have to watch out for that, though. That does tend to happen a few times where all of a sudden we'll kind of just glitch up. I'm not really sure why that's happening, because it's not even putting me in the right spot. It's actually putting me, like, really, really, really high up compared to where this spot would even be. Anyways. So, not a lot of work so far done with the base, but again, it is going to be a process and everything like that, because it's just a matter of gathering materials and whatnot. And I'm not sure if I'm going to show it on camera, or I'm just going to do it myself. But anyways, this is the other entrance right here, so pretty much just block that up. But again, we're not really going to focus on the base today. I do like the progress that I made. I'm just honestly also, too, not sure of the exact design I want to do down there. I'm actually really happy with that so far. I'm just not sure what the actual design, base design down there is going to be yet. Now, speaking of which, in the last episode, I did mention that I've actually gotten a few, I believe I mentioned this, I've gotten a few Deinonychus Eggs along the way, only because it is so easy to get on the back of a Bloodstalker. The Bloodstalker, there's also a lot more things that you can do with the Bloodstalker on this map, which makes it incredibly awesome, which I think that's what today's video is going to be about. It's just going to be going over the benefits of honestly bringing your Bloodstalker over here, because it's It's actually kind of crazy, the stuff that you can do on the back of this thing. So let's get started. Let's get on out of here. And pretty much let's see if he can actually get in here. Okay, so it can get through the door. Good. I want to close that though. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, so I pretty much just wanted to start out by saying, first, it's definitely the easiest dino here to get around with. Now, there are just so many trees that you can kind of latch onto. Now, the only problem that I do have in the jungle is there's almost too many trees, and you kind of can't figure out where you honestly want to go, which is, you know, it's like really, really hard to see. But overall, I mean, this thing can get around so quickly on this map, which definitely makes it a benefit of bringing it on over here. Plus that double, triple hop that you can kind of do really, really helps. Also, too, it's just nice that there is at least there's a tree somewhere where you can pretty much just connect to. And if there's not a tree, you can also just grip on the cliffside area too, which is really, really nice. It really helps on over there. Now, granted, there are certain regions where the Bloodstalker has a bit of an issue, which is the White Cliffs area, just because, again, there's not a lot of trees. You can kind of go the border of this. You can kind of go the border of the White Cliffs, again, because you do have the cliffs and everything, so it does make it pretty easy to still move around in. It's just kind of once you get into the nitty-gritty of the actual White Cliffs region. Now, like, as you guys can see, I mean, I'm not really good with this thing, but again, I'm pretty much getting... Anytime I'm almost about to fall, I still have a tree basically ready to snap on, which is nice. The other region that it's a little bit tougher in is partial region of the snow region. Reason is there is one section of it where it's kind of like dead trees. It kind of like borders that like frozen tundra area, which just again makes it really, really tough because again there are rocks and everything like that. There are cliffs, but they are pretty small, so. You do run into a few things, which, it's not the end of the world, it's just you do have, kind of crazy things up there, dangerous things, like the Uranus and whatnot, but let's kind of work our way up there, because there is an actual benefit of bringing your Bloodstalker over, which I'm not sure if this was a thing on Genesis, and maybe I just haven't realized it, but let's get on up to that region, and then I'll show you kind of what a good reason is to really use this thing against Uranus, honestly. So let's head on over to the frozen region, which I'm going the wrong way. That doesn't help. And I will meet you guys there. All right. Uranus is what? There it is. What level? Okay, so it's a level 90. Let's see. So typically, when you have a Uranus, it will roar at you, and your guy flees and whatnot, and whatever. Now let me just get his attention a bit. Come on. Here we go. No, maybe not. Come on. Here we go. Okay, so Dino feels uneasy. My Dino's not running. I have complete control of this guy. So I'm going to assume Fear Roar does not work for some reason on a Bloodstalker. I can still move around and whatnot. It's just that, yeah, if I get hit by him, he's just going to do a crazy amount of damage to me. But, again, as you can see, let's have him Fear Roar something else, too, in the process. Alright, come on, Fear Roar. Dino feels uneasy. Yeah, so again, I mean, we're not actually running or anything like that. I'm not sure if it's a bug going on right now where the Uranus is just, maybe the Fear Roar is not working correctly, or maybe it's just a positive for the Bloodstalker, which, to be honest, I'm not actually sure if it worked or not if you're on Genesis. So that could definitely be an exploit that you could use in Genesis, where the Fear Roar doesn't actually cause you to run anymore. It's just... yeah, I'm just uneasy, which, yeah, fear. Reduce damage restriction and damage power, but that's pretty much it. That's all you got, which, again, I have complete control of this guy. You know what? Let me see something here. I have... Oh no, I left the Thyla back at base. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, let's see if it works maybe on something else, but... so it is a possibility that it's a plus for the Bloodstalker, or it's just a bug on the Uranus right now. Not really sure, but that's the one good thing, at least so far, with having this guy on the map. Also, too, just obviously the traveling really helps. Wait, was that? No, it's a Pteranodon. Okay, never mind. So quick little side note. So as I was checking out the bases and whatnot, I came across a Quetzal that was level like 162. It was a those tech Quetzals or whatever. Haven't found it. It was supposed to be. It was like literally in this area, and then all of a sudden now I can't, for the life of me, I cannot find this thing. So not really sure. But. Let's see, what's another plus with this? Oh, so we're gonna head over to the Redwoods now because, I'm gonna see if we can actually find one, but, big exploit when it comes to Thylacoleos is another big thing. Let me get on over there and then we'll go over that though. Alright, so as we're heading on over to the Redwoods, I believe this was base 11. Let me take a quick look. I'm almost positive this was what was commented on where to build our base. Unfortunately, I was already in the process of building it. I actually did get the comments just before actually recording this, about maybe an hour ago at this point. Let's take a look at the map quickly and see. No, this was 15. Oh, what was 11? Oh, okay. Alright, we're going on side mission. Let's find out what 11 is. Like I did mention, though, at the beginning of this video, it is a fairly big map, so it's not just going to be restricted to... And also, too, it's single player. There's nobody else on here, so we're not restricted to just one, like, base specifically or anything, so most likely we'll probably take about... Probably have, like, 5 bases on here, kind of like the plan that I want to do on the island, which we will eventually get back to that. Let's see where we are on the map here. 11 is further... Oh, okay, so probably this one. Alright, so let's see if this was base 11. And right here, let's look at the map. Okay, so this was base 11. Okay, so this is definitely a potential. If anyone knows how to mute or drop down the sound on the waterfall, because that's going to be a little... That's going to be a downside, because again, if we build a big base here and everything, and we're here all the time, I feel like I'm going to have to, like, scream to you guys to even be able to communicate. So let me know if there's a way we can kind of... Let me back up. Okay. Oh, that's so much better. Okay, let me know if there's a way to drop down that, the waterfall sound, because it might not be that loud on your end, but on my end, it's like, it's deafening. So, don't get me wrong, I really do like this spot. Ooh, what level Rex? Come on. 100, not bad. Not great, but let's see what level... And 20. Okay. Overall, good base location. Definitely would do something here. Again, this could be like an outpost that we do eventually, or maybe even like a big, like... I'm thinking almost glass, like the greenhouse along the bottom. Just so we can get that view of the waterfall, maybe like right on that kind of ridge right there. Not really sure, but the sound is going to be the issue, because as you can hear, like, again, on my end, it's pretty deafening right now, but on your end, it might not be that bad. But if there is a way to actually reduce the sound of the waterfall and stuff, let me know in the comments down below, because, yeah, definitely wouldn't be a bad base location. But we're going to head over to the Redwoods. Let's kind of get back on track here. Alright, so here we are at the Redwoods. One good thing about the Redwoods, too, is obviously, again, there's so many trees around where it's really easy, really fast to move around with. Now, the big problem is going to be actually finding a Thyla to experiment with this. I prefer one in the tree because it definitely makes this a lot easier to explain, but the gist is, if you actually are flying through the Redwoods and whatnot, on a Bloodstalker, and you encounter a Thyla, the Thyla can't hit you. I don't even know if it recognizes you, to be honest. But each time I've actually gotten near one, it doesn't recognize me. I can actually jump on the tree that it's on and use it to kind of propel myself, and still the Thyla doesn't react and nothing. So another good thing is you can actually use the Bloodstalker, what is it called? Kind of the string to pull stuff in. Yeah, the Thyla works with that. So you can potentially, if you kind of set yourself up correctly, you can really use the string in order to pull the Thyla off of a tree. And then, yeah, pretty much do whatever you need to. If you're killing it, if you're going to try to tame it, whatever. Like if you're going to try to knock it out, I mean. Yeah, no, overall, it's really, really good. The one thing I've noticed, though, is even though there are Thylas on this map, and this is where they kind of specialize, I haven't seen a lot. Like, again, it could also be because I'm pretty high up on the trees when I'm flying around. But overall, like, it's hard to say, but I want to see if maybe we can come across... I really want to come across one just to see, just to show you guys that this actually works. It's actually really, really crazy. Now, the one thing I will say, though, is with all these exploits and everything, which, again, they could very well be bugs. None of this could actually work on the Bloodstalker. It could just randomly be these bugs that just aren't working right now. Still don't have the dive concept on my Bloodstalker, though, so I'm not sure what's up with that, but it is what it is. Let's see if we can find one. They are fairly easy to spot in the tree because, like the rest of the stuff that you can pull, it will have the white outline to it too. So it actually makes the element of surprise, like, non-existent, to be honest. The problem is actually just finding one. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find one here. To be honest, we could very well have passed one or two. It's just that we're whizzing by so fast that nothing's really happening here. But overall, I mean, if you guys, oh, I thought that was one. It was a Pteranodon. Of course, this is when the Thyla's going to attack, when I'm in that, like, slow descent, I guess, if you want to call it that. Yeah, I'm not seeing any Thylas to experiment with. Nah, it's a branch. Nah, we would see the highlights. Maybe? Nope. Just light. Alright, not seeing any. Was that one? No. Alright, not really seeing any. I guess, unfortunately, you probably have to take my word for it for now, or just bring your Bloodstalker over and give it a shot. It does actually work. I've kind of come around this area a ton, and... Oh, was that one? It's already on the ground, I think, though, but that's okay. If it is... No, I don't know what the... Oh, it is! Okay, cool, cool, cool. Okay, so Thyla right here, I can actually do... Come on. Wait, am I actually attached to it? No, I'm not. There we go. So see, I can actually do this if I really, really wanted to in Thyla. Now, granted, I have no stamina left, so it doesn't really work, but that kind of stinks. I was kind of hoping it would fly after me. Oh. unfortunately, it looks like they're kind of rare on this map. So, but as you can see, you can actually grab them if you need to. So, meaning you can grab them when you're actually out of the when they're in the trees and stuff too, which is actually really, really cool. All right, moving on to the next spot. Now we're going to be heading over to the White Cliffs for, I would say probably the most important part. Unfortunately, even though the Tyrannosaur doesn't work or anything on, I did try with aloes, maybe thinking, well, maybe bleed won't work. No, bleed as well. Bleed works. So unfortunately, that's not a thing you can get out of. So just watch out with the aloes, because they really do some major damage to this thing. Now this was the base that I was actually thinking was 11. This is where typically when you're starting out, you typically start out like right there on the, nope, that's not it, sorry. No, that is it. That's the small island. So typically you make your way over this way, because this is where you get your potatoes and you get your rock carrots, which then you can get either equises, the horses, or you can actually try to get yourself a unicorn if you do end up finding it. But yeah, this is where the rock carrots are. So we could potentially do like a little outpost here, so we do have the rock carrots, but we'll see from there. But let me head over to the White Cliffs, and then we'll show you the last concept. All right, so as I mentioned with the White Cliffs, like again, you're not really going to get the best webbing point, string point, or whatever you want to call it. Points where you could actually use this, because again, it's all going to be flat. It's kind of like a yeah, like you're not going to be able to really hang on these trees or anything, so you're really stuck to just the cliffs essentially. So you kind of have to just get a really good jump and then kind of hope for the best right at the last second. But the last concept, which getting Deinonychus Eggs with this guy is actually kind of crazy. So typically what you're going to do is, like, you get an Argent, you kind of grab one, you can kind of put it in its own spot and whatever and whatnot, or just bring in like a Thyla and you can really just do some damage to these guys. The bleed is not the best on these guys, but one good thing is it doesn't look like they can actually grab onto you like they typically do with like a Bronto or an Argent, that they'll grab onto you and then they'll just start bleeding. You can grab them too, which really helps out, especially if you're trying to what level is this one? Oh god, this is the 150. I don't want to touch you. No. I don't want to damage you. Okay, so the bleed and the damaging still there, obviously, so we've already gotten it. I gotta find its egg. That's a 150? Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, let's do some looking around. Now, getting the eggs with this guy is actually really easy, because you can pretty much, especially if the eggs are along the cliff and whatnot, you can just literally grab it, get back on, and then, oh, here we go. All right, this could be it. They're over there, so I'm okay. Pretty much this is how you do it. So this is a 95. I'm just going to grab it anyways, just for the heck of it. Pretty much you just do that, call it a day. You're done. And again, you're already pretty much out of render range, so nothing's going to come for you or anything like that. Like you can see, none of them have actually moved from their spot. Oh, there's another egg right there. Sweet. All right, which one do we go for? I think we went for that one. So there's this one. Ooh, this could be the 150. 95 again. All right, I'll pick you up anyways, just to experiment. So you can even just do this, honestly. You just go on this little cliff right here, but essentially, it's really easy to get away from these, and it's really, really, really good. I think that's the 150 right there. Is that the 150? Yeah, it's the orange. Yeah, it's 150. Too bad you can't just tame these things on its own. You have to get their eggs, because that is just... I think that's right next to where the laundry. Nope. It stinks, because there is a chance that that one will never actually... where is it? It's unfortunate that this 150 may never actually... Where is it? That's not it. May never actually, like, breed or anything like that, which kind of stinks. Like, that's the 95 right there. That's the one that we just got one of the eggs too, I guess. I guess I'll just keep looking around this area, because this is definitely, it's really easy to get these. Now, what are the other levels? 35, 140. Well, there's a raptor involved there too, but, so yeah, overall, like, this thing dominates on this map. Like, it's easy to get eggs with. It's just, oh, there's the 150. Okay, cool. All right, let me kind of look around here, because we might... I mean, they travel a really long distance, too, because they pretty much just aggro on everything and anything, so they'll move all over the place. So you kind of have a really wide area to look for their eggs and whatnot. Alright, they're coming for me. But yeah, essentially, if you just want to stay out of trouble, that's all you really have to do on the Bloodstalker, and that's pretty much it. Now I just have to look around here and try to find some more eggs. So, see what else we can find. I'm not going to worry about those for now, because it doesn't look like they're really hatching any eggs or anything like that. Now, I'm not really sure how it works, if they just take specifically from the females are the only ones that can, like, spawn the eggs in, or so it'll always be the female level, so you're kind of SOL when it comes to the males, or it's just randomized. I'm not exactly sure. If you guys do know, let me know in the comments down below, because it just makes it a little bit easier for me for hunting these eggs. But overall, like, especially too with this, with the spider vision, I think it's called, it just makes it so much easier to pick them out, especially when you're in, like, the jungle area and everything. And there's certain places in the jungle area where it's chaotic. There's 10 or 12 of them just all grouped together. And you do have just these spots where there are just eggs everywhere. So maybe we'll take a trip over there, because the mission for the end of this is going to be trying to find a high-level one, too, because I'm not going to be able to breathe. Okay, here we go. Another way you can do this is, let's get them all to follow. Gonna just jump here. They all fall down, or at least one did. Alright, and just rinse and repeat that process, basically. Come here. Oh, you're going over there. Okay, that makes it 10 times easier. Alright, let's see what you were. This is a 145. Perfect. So overall, really easy to get. All you have to do is basically just push them off, and that one's already down there. Now, is that a 145? I'm curious. Okay. Let's see. Let's grab them in. I didn't grab him. I thought I did. I mean, he's hitting for 40, so he's probably... Alright, there we go. Why is it not... Am I not grabbing onto him? Okay, let's see what level it is. 145. Okay, interesting. There might be some other pretty good eggs up there then, so maybe we should kind of continue up here. Just for a minute or two. Let's see what else we can find. There's an egg over here. Okay. Again, they're relatively far away, so this should be a good one. 85. Not that good. Not gonna take it. Alright, more eggs over here. This is getting a little bit closer to them, so... let me show you, this is the one way that you can do it. So basically just, again, just going to push them on off. There they go. Oh, they all went. Perfect. And now I'm on my own. It's pretty much just me up here now. So now I could basically just pour these eggs, and that's it. Really easy here. Level 20, not worth it. I don't think they have a way of getting up, so I think we're okay. 15. Not good either. Okay, but... we got a 145. That's actually pretty good. So, overall, like, this thing just... ooh, one more egg. Overall, this thing just absolutely dominates over here. The way of moving around at 25. Come on, really? Like a 140, 145, and then we only end up with the 25 eggs and stuff. Yeah, we did get ourselves a 140, though, so not going to complain, honestly. Let's take one more quick peek around here, because I feel like... with that 145... oh, that's where I grabbed the egg, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Do they spawn any eggs down here yet, or no? Nah. Alright, let's take one more look in the jungle overall. So right now we have, this one was the 95, this one is a 95, and that is the 145. So I'm going to put, okay, I'm just going to have them take. So, of course, I have all the controls and everything screwed up now because I've actually been, I've been actually on another game, Conan Exiles. So it's an older game at this point, I think, but they continuously update it. And I had it actually a while ago, but I actually just jumped back into it because, again, they did a decent amount of updates and whatnot. And it's a relatively good game, but the problem is that I have all the controls mixed up now. So I've been constantly pressing start because if you guys do play that game, you know, start is basically, at least on the Xbox, is to get into all your items, basically, to, yeah, just get into your items and everything. So it's just overall a little bit of a process of getting back the controls and whatnot with this. All right, let's see. So Deinonychus are attacking that aloe, which means there might be some more eggs over here. So I'm actually curious to see how this goes. So they're going to apply... Oh, nope. Not anymore. Yep, nope. There's an egg right there. Okay. That could potentially be good because... 140. Okay. Has potential. Alright, we're gonna have to take out the winner, whichever one that is. The aloe? Okay. What level is that aloe? Because that aloe just took out 140. Oh. Okay. This egg's gonna be a little bit... Oh, man. And the other one is, the other one has the pack boost, the alpha boost. Oh my god, that means it's at least a 145, possibly a 150. Ooh, man. Okay, wait, yeah. What level? Oh, no, the orange one does have it again. Okay. 140, 135. And then what's the other one? 85. Jeez, that is a nasty group. Wow. Okay, I don't want them coming over here because I just want to get this egg. All right, good. I think we got that. 45, of course, after all of that. Unless the eggs are randomized, it could very well just be just a random level and it doesn't matter what's around it. I'm honestly not sure. So again, leave that in the comments down below, guys. Let me know, because make it a lot easier instead of trying to find like a 150, 150 Deinonychus parents if they are actually randomized. Okay, what level are you? You're another 45. Okay. Now, one of those has to be a 45. There's no... That seems a little crazy that two of them would be 45s. Oh, rock golem. Okay. We're at the top of the place here. Alright, so let's see. Let's take... Take a quick look around here. I'm going to look for a few more eggs and whatnot. Once I actually spot them, I think I'm actually going to, you know what? I think I'm actually going to work my way over to the jungle area because, again, it is closer to base. I could start going over kind of like the ideas that I had for the actual, for that base build. Now, granted, we are just going to build like a normal house for now and then obviously continuously build on up. It's going to be a couple of episode process, honestly, so I'm just going to keep updating you guys on how the base and whatnot is going. I probably, out of the group, to be honest, out of the group of 15, I'm probably going to pick like a top 3 or 5 places and then just do outposts there too. Just because, again, that list is big, and like granted, there's plenty more that we can build on too. And I definitely want to take advantage of it. I definitely want to build in a few different spots. I want to build in some of the spots that I wouldn't really expect. And based on the comments and everything, it looks like that's kind of what you guys are going for too. Just because, again, everyone is built in certain spots and everything, and I just want to keep it a little bit fresh, essentially. Alright, let me work my way over to the jungle here, and then I'll show you guys how easy it is, especially in the jungle too, just grabbing even more Deinonychus eggs. Hopefully we can get another good one before this episode ends, so meet you guys on over there. Alright, so on the way back to base, I ended up finding a few more. I'm kind of curious to see what eggs there are. Well, there's not an egg in here. Alright, so it looks like we're only really at one egg right now. So let me get these guys off the cliff here. Okay, continue on. Alright, looks like you're preoccupied. Hopefully I can just grab this egg and go. You're gonna be in my way. You're gonna get in my way. That's not good. Alright, I think we're okay. Okay, yeah. You know what? I'm just gonna get rid of it. There we go. What level? 130, okay. Alright, so potentially a 130 egg. Let's see. What are you running from? Okay, no, you're not running bad. Okay, let's see. Before we head back to base, 25. Nope, not good. Okay. Alright, let me head on back to base, and then I'm going to kind of go over the plan with you for the next few episodes when it comes to the base specifically. So, the other good thing about building in this area is that we're actually relatively close to the base. So the base is actually right there. We do actually have some Deinonychus spawns somewhat near us, but we do actually have a little bit of work to do when it comes to actually getting the eggs going. Now, the one good thing is the eggs do take, it's like 15, 16 days anyway, so we have more than plenty of time to get through, at least build up the base a little bit more. Right there. There we go. Alright, so we're inside the base here, and I don't know, I'm kind of trying to figure out where everything's going to go. Now, I really do like having the base down here. Also liking the design too, so that it's obviously you're not going to be able to see it from the ground level, but you can see it here where the different textures of the stone just give off a kind of cool pattern. So I'm probably not going to. Traditionally, I will change each and every stone foundation to blocks so it kind of matches, but I'm actually liking that, to be honest. I am liking the concept that the base is down there. You kind of work yourself up here, and then up here could be like, we're definitely going to put in a greenhouse. Kind of thinking somewhere near the waterfall, like over there. I'm thinking I would like to kind of figure out, too, what we can do with this piece. So this piece, obviously, is built into the map. I can't get rid of it or anything like that. All these other rocks I can actually break, which gives us actually a decent amount of space up here, which is nice. Let's see, though. So what I'm thinking is I got to see if they're going to consider this like a cliff or a tree. Because if we could do a tree platform or something on here, I think that'd actually be really, really cool to do something with that. So that's something we can experiment with. I do want to put in a refining forge. I feel like the forge would probably go well here, like right up against this wall. Up there, there's a little bit of a ledge, so maybe I can work like a staircase down here, and that could be where like our refining forges and stuff are, because that'd be kind of cool if they're just lined up on top there. Because there's like a little ledge there. It's not too, let's see if I can get up there just to show you. It's not too crazy here, but again, it would be actually kind of cool. Put like 2 or 3 stone foundations just across here. We can actually put a cliff platform here instead and have it extend out here. Ooh, that could be an idea. So do a cliff platform here too. Maybe make one tree platform and cliff, and whichever one doesn't work, which I assume they're going to consider that a tree. Honestly, I think they're going to consider that right there as a tree. So what we would do is we would use the cliff platform here, which I think would actually be a pretty cool concept. And this is where our refining forges and stuff would be. Industrial forge right here. Probably not going to worry about doing too much over here, because again, I don't want to block the path up to our other entrance. But overall, it's really nice in here, honestly. And we just have, like, over here we can do something, like something big here. Maybe, like, this would be breeding specifically right here. I don't know. There's a lot of ideas that we can do, and we could do. If you guys do have any suggestions on kind of how you want the space built, anything, anything specific here, like where we want to put, like maybe the breeding area, maybe where we want to put industrial forge, really anything, honestly. Let me know in the comments down below. I think I'm going to end the episode here. Again, really chill episode. Nothing really too crazy. Just wanted to give you guys an update on the base. I am liking this down here, though, a lot. I am liking that the main base would be here, and then we could put some stuff up here. Overall, if you guys do have any suggestions, leave them in the comments down below. If you do like this episode, definitely, oh, that's cool. We actually leveled up right when, I'm finishing this off. That's cool. That kind of threw me off. Yeah, if you guys have any suggestions on what to actually do with all this space, let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you guys, if you guys have any suggestions, leave it in the comments down below on like what we can actually build up here. If you guys have any suggestions on any other base locations ideas too, again, like I said, it's not just going to be this one base. We're going to do a couple of bases and everything like that. I am really liking this one because again, it's not really in an area that I'm really familiar with. Like I've never been in this spot before, so I actually do really like putting a base somewhere where it's not like anyone's really built before. And I think that's kind of where you guys are going too, based on the comments and everything like that. What else was I going to say? If you guys do want to see maybe like a series like the Conan Exile series, because again, I am really enjoying the game, honestly. I'm not good at it at all, so it would be more of like a let's play. So you guys could see me just constantly fail and whatnot. So I think that'd be kind of fun too. I am really enjoying the game. I am enjoying the challenge of the game too. Because again, I'm just dying constantly. But it's frustrating, but it's a good frustrating. So let me know in the comments down below if that's something you guys want to see too. If you guys do like this video, definitely smash that like button. It really helps. Also, if you do like the content that I'm putting out, definitely subscribe. That really helps out too. I'm going to leave a link at the end of this video for the last base video, because you guys are really liking that one. We're over, it's about 300 views right now, which is kind of crazy. So potentially, like, what we can do with this, you can kind of look that over, and maybe that'll give you guys some ideas on what we could do in this space. It is an ocean platform build that we did on Genesis, but again, who knows, maybe we'll come up with some pretty good ideas of what to do here. In the next episode, we'll probably have a little bit more built up, so I can go over that. And then also, probably have some more questions for you guys on where to go from here. So, until next time, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, smash that like button. Any questions, comments, leave them down below. If you like the content that I'm putting out, definitely subscribe to the channel, because it really helps me out. Also, too, guys, stay safe with this coronavirus and everything going on. So stay home, stay safe. I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one, everyone.